Right, here we are, midnight walk and talk in the Parky Park. We've got Mollie, we've got Chewie this time, and Gracie, and Jacob, and Teri. Right, well, I did go to the gym, and I'll explain it as it went. I tried the 42k, first attempt failed, got in position, but the angle was not quite right, couldn't push it. It went down a bit on the left first time, so it didn't work. Second time, I did 5 reps of it, so that was good. I had 5 reps when I couldn't even push it the first time, so that's good. Teri, come here, babes. Tried again the third time, couldn't push it at all. Got in position, but couldn't push it up at all. Fourth time, got it up, but it took a long time for the first push to get up there. Did 4 reps on that occasion. That was it. 4 more tries, couldn't get it to push at all. I have tweaked a muscle just through the straining, through the attempting. That's in the trap, where the trap meets the collarbone on the right side. So that's fine. It's only tweaked. It's just, I say, where the strain. It was just where the straining of the muscles, trying to get the weight up. I say I'm on 2 occasions, got it. So, not bad. Next time I'll be looking to do 3 sets rather than 2 sets. I did 2 sets because that's what I was able to do out of the 8. So, yeah. The next time it'll be 3. Won't it? So there you go. Yeah. Think it. Come on, Collie. How you doing, Bubba? You okay? Good girl, my Collie. You okay, Bubba girl? Good girl. I'll have a shower tomorrow because I've got my shower head on, so I just use the biggest pressure one to put pressure, hot water on the area to try to sort it out. Well, it's basically where that muscle joins the neck, not the collarbone, but joins the neck, I think. No idea. In that area, both areas probably, collarbone and neck. Yeah, that area. Well, it's actually, collarbone and neck. It's right where the bottom area of the trap area. Yeah, where it's collar, bone and neck. That area. Yes. So there you go. Yeah, there you go. No worries. Anyway, okay. One subject I've been doing recently is about Man United, and one thing I will point out, I've done it on another video, but that video I didn't actually put up for some reason. And that was a couple of days ago, it's a bit late now. It was a nighttime video. But I'll talk about it again. It's the fact that, the wages that people have been paid. I've said this before. But, a lot of people have made a big issue about Gareth Bale staying at Real Madrid, where he's being paid, but he won't leave because of the wages he's on. United have got players like that. Phil Jones being one. Phil Jones and Pereira. There's probably a few more I just can't think of, but there's so many that have actually been at the club and been found they're never going to work at the club. They're never going to play again, but the club can't sell them because the idiot in charge, Woodward, gave them far too big a deal in their wages. So no other club's going to want them, not for that sort of money. They're going to have to take a massive wage cut to join another club. The problem is, unless they really want to play football, they won't do it. They're only in it for the money. That's the point. Phil Jones only cares about money, and Herrera only cares about money. Now, I wouldn't say that about Gareth Bale. I'd say Gareth Bale is rightly peed off at the fact that he was playing at a reasonably high level, scoring goals in the Champions League final, that sort of stuff. And Zidane just didn't fancy him, just didn't like him for some reason. Took a disliking to him and just wouldn't pick him. Even in games where there were shorter players, he just wouldn't pick him. And so Gareth Bale basically said, right, if you're going to treat me like that, I'm just going to stay here. I'm going to take the money. I'm just going to stay here. I'm not going to do anything for the club. I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to, I mean, even now, Real Madrid are struggling in the same way as Barcelona. There's no way, shape or form, if they are, I think they are, but if they are, there's no way Bell's going to say, all right, I take a pay cut. He's going to say, I'm sorry, but as a club, you treated me in a despicable manner. You owe me, so tough luck. Suck it up. Yeah, make me an offer. Yeah, make me an offer to pay me one payment, I'll leave. Right? I'll leave and I'll go and sign for someone else. I'll take a sign-on fee for someone else, that's cool. But you've got to pay me most of my wages in one-time payment. That's what you should do. Because, yeah, they really dealt with him incredibly badly. Yeah, Zidane was one of these managers that, because of the fact that he had played for Real Madrid, been a big player for them, he was allowed to get away with treating one of their top players with that sort of disrespect. Most other managers would have been sacked for trying that. Seriously, would have been sacked. The players are the ones with the power, not the manager. Oh yeah, especially a top player who their club paid a lot of money for. There's a lot of power there. But Zidane just happened to be at the one club where he could get away with that, really. Yeah. But that's the situation with United. They've got these players who are just there for the money. They don't want to play football. Yeah, I would previously have said Jesse Lingard in that, but at least last season he went on loan, and he did well on loan, which may mean he actually wants to play football. You know, he may leave before the summer's over. If he doesn't, well then clearly he just wants the money, he doesn't want to play football. Because, put it this way, there's no way, shape or form, absolutely no way, shape or form, that Jesse Lingard is getting that Man United team again. Not going to happen. Well, it shouldn't happen. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, that Adam Matic did a video today about the club, and he was pointing out that Fred was given another chance. I mean, you've got Van der Beek, who, again, Ollie just doesn't seem to like. Yeah, I mean, this is another reason why Ollie should not have been given a contract. Another contract or contract extension, whatever it was. He shouldn't be given it because United went and bought this player and Ollie just won't give him a chance. Just won't give him a chance. That player cost the club money and is still costing the club money to be there. And yet Ollie's saying, I don't want him. I don't like him at all. I'd rather pick Fred. And everyone's saying, come on, how would you rather pick Fred? You've given Fred how many chances and he's been terrible on most of them. Why are you still giving him a chance? Oh, what, in training he's good? Well, then go and get Ravon Morrison, because in training Ravon Morrison is absolutely phenomenal. He just doesn't seem to do it on the pitch. Well, then go and get him. You know? If it's about what they do in training, not what they do on the pitch. So I say, yeah, I mean, Ollie should be demanding, absolutely demanding. Yeah, these situations be sorted. I said the other day that if Ollie's learned anything, he should have been demanding for new coaches. I might have said that in the same video, I'm not sure. That's not my car alarm. Come this way. Oh, it sounds like a car alarm. Mine has a habit of going off, especially if the window's slightly open. Chewie! Chewie! Come on! Move out the way. Thank you, Babs. That's a car alarm going off. Well, if it's mine, it will knacker the battery, won't it? So I'm walking back this way to see if it is mine. It might be a car alarm, might be a normal alarm. I'm not sure. Sounds like a car alarm. I don't think there's a window opener. My windows open when I went out early, but I closed them off. So therefore, the problem with this blinking car is just too sensitive. If there's a window open, there's a slight breeze, the alarm just goes mental. However, more one next door can scratch my car, can key it, and no alarm goes off. Mad, isn't it? Really mad. How on earth can it be done like that? A little breeze comes through and the alarm goes off, someone keys it, And the card doesn't even mention that at all, is it? So, there you go. What was I saying about Ollie? Ollie should basically be saying to the board, look, you've got to get rid of these players. No, Jones, Pereira, get rid. There's no way, shape or form they're going to play. If they're not going to play, get rid of them. Yeah, because the simple fact of the matter is, they're sending a message to other players that you don't really need to work to stay at the club. You don't really need to work or do anything. You'll still stay at the club. You'll still get, paid with that money. No, that should not be the case. Now what? This bottle of something's leaking all over the poxy place. Heck is going on? You dozy thing. This bottle of hand wash stuff is leaking. I didn't even open it. I didn't even put the bloody thing on it. It's leaking all over the poxy place. Pain in the arse. That's annoying, that is. It smells nice, but it's annoying. I don't think it's my car alarm. No. What the heck is that noise? I can still hear it. It's not a car alarm at all. Sounds like an alarm though, doesn't it? I don't know if you can hear it, but... it's wetted all down my trousers. It smells nice though. It makes it smell nice. Yeah, it smells nice, so there you go. That's cool. There must be an alarm in the high street or something. Yeah, it sounds really, really close. That's why I thought it was my car. But yeah, get back to the point. Right, okay. Yeah, Ollie should have been saying to the board, look, Phil Jones has to go. You were idiots giving him a new contract, but you've got to find a way to let him go. You've got to find a way, sell him. But sell him where you pay most of the wages if you want. You pay 70% of the wages for the length of this contract. But get him out the door. Same as under Pereira, get him out the door. Any of these players, get them out the door. Because they're just sending a message. So players like Fred, players like Lingard, players like whoever else, know that they can put in a 30% effort. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That's enough. That's enough to stay at the club because our standards have dropped so much. Yeah, the players that can't even make the bench are still paid a weekly wage of, how much is, I don't know how much Phil Jones is on. Quite a few £1,000s. Noise is coming from over there somewhere. That's loud, that's what I thought was my car. Yeah. Well, because my car, the alarm does just go off if a window is left open. So it's quite annoying. Yeah, pain in the arse. I've had other ones of these cars, and they haven't done that. The alarm hasn't been so sensitive, but they're not sensitive enough for other things. Crazy. It is. It's insane. There you go. Well, as I said, look, what I said the other day, if Ollie has learned anything, he should be saying, need better coaches. He should be saying, you've got to have better coaches. Drop McKenna, drop Kamek down to youth level coach for now. Drop them down to reserves, whatever. Drop them down to a level where they can learn. Come this way, here now. Come on. I don't want any of you dropping into the drinking water, okay? This is not my car, that's cool. It's sitting there, there's no lights flashing. Get mental. There's loads of cars in the car park, could be one of those. There could be a building over there. It's a car or a building over there in the car park. Don't know what it is though. Right. Yeah, it's what it is, right? I don't know. Come this way. Wait. Come on. Come little Jakes. He's getting a lot bigger, Jacob. Oh, he is indeed. Even Teri, look at Teri earlier, she's getting a lot bigger as well. She's, I mean, put it this way, Jacob was probably about the size she is now when he first came. Right, when I first got him. So he's got a bit bigger, but so is she. She was quite tiny. Come this way, come here. Now, that water's dirty. Don't go for that. That's disgusting. Teri! I said, come. She's told. She's also doing better. Because she was, for more or less all the time, she was indoors, hiding underneath the cabinet. Now she's starting to come out from the cabinet now. And be with the rest of us, which is good. Is it that car there, the white one? That seems to have been there for a long time. Oh, that's a noisy thing. There's one opposite, is it that one or the white one? There's one opposite with lights on, headlights on, but that could be because its alarm is going off. No. Yeah, it's the one with the headlights on, probably, possibly. Over there. Yeah, probably that one, I think, yeah. Anyway, not mine, so that's cool. Come on this way. Come on, babies. Yeah, as I say, Teri's doing good there. She's coming out of that area. She's coming more into the area with the other doggies now. And I think she's being accepted by them. Certainly Jacob has been accepted by the other dogs. Teri isn't one because of the fact Jacob just gets on with it, whereas Teri wants to be accepted so much she goes up to a dog and goes on her back submitting, but then puts her face up to him saying, go on, love me, you do love me, didn't you? And of course a lot of dogs say, look, go away, stop being a pest. You know, and she does that even more, therefore, to that dog, because she just wants to be accepted. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She really is an absolute sweetheart. But again, she's the one that really doesn't give kisses. She doesn't go up to me like that, but she goes up to her doggies like that straight away. As soon as she goes in or a dog comes in, it's, oh, I love you, oh, I love you, hello, I love you. Whereas to me, it's like, oh, hello. Whereas Jake's, he's all over me, he's an absolute kisser. Whereas he doesn't bother with them too much at all. He's not all lovey-dovey with them. No, he's with his mum, so. Oh yeah, yeah. And it's not Gracie that's attacking Amber, it's Amber attacking Gracie. For some reason. I don't know why Amber's attacking Gracie, but she is. So, did you get bitted again? Oh, you did, you got bitted again by Amber. You were soaking wet. How are you soaking wet? Wait, how are you soaking wet though? Did you jump in the pond? Why? Come here, Grace. Yeah, you're wet under. Oh, you're soaking bloody wet. You are nutter, aren't you? You dozy dog. Yes, you went in the water. Okay. You dived after the duckies, did you? You went after the duckies. Okay. Thankfully, your collar's still working. Chewie's over there. Chewie! 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 Right, Chewie. Suppose you're walking with the rest of us, nutter. Come over here, Chewie. Here, mate. Chewie. Over here, Chewie. Come here, my boy. We're going to be walking on the grass because, again, there's probably still some glass on that path. I imagine so. Yeah. So anyway, let's divert the conversation back a bit to, well, what I was going to say about training, yes. If the neck area is a bit sore, I will avoid training for a couple of days until it recovers. Then, I won't go to the gym for a while because I can't do much there, really. Not really, no. What I will do is, I'll get the bench down. Chewie, come here now, over here. There's stuff that path, Chewie, there's glass on it. I will get my bench down and I'll start using my weights because I've got weights I can add 2 and I can get it somewhere in between 35 and 42. That would be good because that will, because 35 I can press with no problem at all, 35k dumbbells. Only works out at 70k in total. Whereas 42 it makes 84 in total, so that's another 14k. Really, that's quite a difference really, yeah. 7k in each arm. difference. That's quite a lot of difference, really. And that actually weighs something about 6 to 7k more than what I weigh. So that ain't bad, really. Not bad at all. No. Well, as I say, I can get the weight into position. Yep, I just need to be able to push. I just need to... Well, part of the problem is, what I was trying to say earlier, is the reason why on a few attempts it didn't work is because when you bring the weight onto your knees, onto your thighs to get the weight into position. Oi! Enough! Jacob! I'm trying to talk. Stop fighting. Dozy dog. Pick it up. Teri! Enough. Oi, Jacob! No! Enough. Pick it up. But when you've got to bring the weights in onto your lap, basically, onto your thighs to get into position, as you basically, you roll back and the weights fall back into position so they're in perfect position to push. If you have the weight a bit further forward, they end up not being in the right position. If you have them slightly to the side, they're not in the right position. So they've got to be basically perfect, especially when you're doing heavier, because of the fact that adjusting the weight when it's in the wrong position then basically means you can't press. Jacob! Enough! Oi! You two, will you stop? I'm trying to explain something and all I hear is you two fighting and you screaming, nutter. Pack it up. Those are dogs. Enough. Bad enough with the other two, with Covie and Locki doing that all the time. You two need to behave, right? Do that indoors if you have to, but not while I'm walking, right? Not when I'm talking. I don't do videos indoors anymore. No, I don't actually. I used to use a screen caster thing, whatever it's called, but I don't anymore. No. Well, you have to pay to subscribe for a year or two, and it just wasn't worth it, really. I didn't like the way it was doing with the image and stuff like that. Well, again, that's the computer. That's the problem there. Yeah. So, no, I wasn't happy with the way that was working, so I'm doing these videos now, so I didn't need this. Anyway, so what I was saying is, yeah, obviously, you've got a situation where if you put the weight slightly in the wrong position, you've got to adjust it with 42k trying to adjust. Shit, right. You can't do it. That's the point. If it's not in the right spot, yeah, no, it ain't going to work. So that's what I need to do. I need to basically work with somewhere in between. Because with 35s, if they're not in the right spot, you can adjust that. Yeah, it's 7k lighter. But that extra 7k just makes a slight difference, really, with regards to the ability to adjust. Because your muscles aren't used to that much weight, they don't like having to adjust that. So therefore, you have nothing left after adjusting, or not enough left to do the push. I mean, the second set I did, well, I actually did 4 reps. Geez, I'll tell you, the first one, it took about 10 seconds to get the weight pushed up. After that, I was absolutely... I didn't have much left. That's why I was only able to do 4 reps on that set rather than 5, because it took so long. I mean, the first set I did 5. It took about 5 seconds to get the first one up. After that, it was normal. It took about 2 seconds to get the weight up with every rep. Whereas the first one, it took 5 seconds with the first rep. With the second set, it took about 10 seconds to get that weight up there. Yeah, it really did. That was one heck of a struggle. So after that, it still took about 2 seconds, except the 4th one. It took about 4 to 5 seconds. That was the struggle, the 4th one. Now, it's quite possible I should have stopped at that point. I should have gone down to 35 or 30 at that point, maybe. Yeah, seeing as that was a struggle with the first one and the last one, maybe I'd push the chest to the point where, yeah, that was it. I wasn't going to have any more. Chewie here. Come on, Chewie. Teri, come back. Yeah, that's possible. As I say, I mean, I'll learn. And that's why, as I say, if I do this stuff in my own garden with my own weights, then I can make a weight up to about 38k, 39k, in which case it's in between the two weights, and I've got time by which to make sure I get it right. Also, the weights I've got are slightly wider, so more likely I'll be able to get it on the lap fine in the right position. But again, that's about practice. Get it in the right position and then figure out from there. And just get it used to, once you get it down, push up quickly. Go through the whole thing quicker rather than mucking around. And yeah, I would say, certainly with that sort of weight, getting it into position. I mean, the first thing, that's what I need to do, because I've not done a weight before. Because up to 35, that was a tough one. But 35 wasn't that big an issue. Not really. But with 35s, again, you've got to try and readjust, get into position. The arms are quite capable of doing it. They're okay doing it. With 42, no, that is a struggle, a real struggle doing that. So, yeah, I'll put it this way: forearms, biceps, shoulders, upper back, all that are going to benefit from that. Because certainly stabiliser muscles will be the upper back, and they're going to benefit from doing 42k. Yeah. So, as I say, I mean, if I end up doing sort of 5 to 10 days of training at home before I go back and do 42k again, then that's what I do. Oi! Don't worry, Mollie, not you. You take yours. Jacob, I'm going to put that collar back on you. I'm going to put that collar back on you, Jakes. That beep beep collar. The vibrate one. You're going to have it back on you. When the hammer's got on. I'm not going to have you playing around by my feet anymore, okay? All this play fighting when you're out is going to have to stop when you're on walkies. Jacob, I mean it. Wait. Stop rolling whatever you're rolling either. You had a shower. You smell nice. Don't make it worse. Jacob. Jacob. Head up. Dozy dog. Fun and games, yes. Yeah. So the reality is, once you get 42, once I'm fairly comfortable with doing the 42, I'll move on to 44. Because it's always about pushing. It's always about saying, okay, I can do that, let's try that. Because the idea is getting to the point where I'm doing 50, and then when I'm doing 50, work on 50, get the reps up on 50. And then the idea will be, get to 50 with raised bench. But of course with raised bench, I don't even think I'm doing, I think I've done 30 with raised bench. I haven't done 35 yet. So that's the thing to do with raised bench as well now. Once you can do 50 on flat bench, then start working on doing that on raised bench. That does the upper part of the chest. So, yeah. There's a lot of work to do. That'd be good. So, there's a lot of stuff to do with regards to that. Certainly would be a case where, if the sauna was open, that'd be fantastic, because then, you could use that, and that would help to recovery, especially if you tweak a muscle. Sauna, brilliant, because the heat is fantastic, and then I'll have a cold shower afterwards. Brilliant. So that, yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. Teri. Come on, Babs. Indeed. Well, I would say, we'll go back to Man United point of view. I would say with regards to Man United, I think it's quite likely they're going to lose Pogba. I think the reason why they will lose Pogba is because of Ollie. Because they've got Ollie as manager, because they've got, basically, as I say, they've got, non-proven coaches, non-proven manager. They've got a manager that's not up to the job and coaches that just aren't up to the job. And Pogba knows there's going to be more games like there was against Southampton, where the team just doesn't show up for the first half, shows up for a bit in the second half where they score a goal, and then basically don't bother again. Yeah, it's just terrible again. Yeah, they're going to keep on doing that because they've got a manager who can't do anything about it. He hasn't in 2 years, so why is he going to start doing something about it now? Him and his coaches have no idea, do they? Yeah? I mean, they keep picking Fred, thinking that somehow Fred's going to be the man that's going to make a difference. He hasn't been yet, has he? He hasn't done so yet, so why are they still thinking he's going to be when he hasn't done so yet? It's an insane situation, isn't it, really? Yeah. They're basing their understanding on something that clearly nobody else can see. But I say, if it's what he does in training, yeah, then go and get Mother and Marmison, because apparently he's been phenomenal in training for every club he's gone to. He's been absolutely incredible in training, but then when he tries to do it on the pitch, it doesn't happen. That's why he's not played the performances. That's why he's been to, 12 clubs in 11 years. Is that a collie? That might be a collie. Gracie! Grace! Gracie! Grace! Come here! Gracie, come! Gracie! Come here, Grace! Come here! Here, Bubs! Come here! Come here, Bubs! Here now! Here now! Covie, come! Covie! 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 Gracie, here now! Gracie! Get here! Come on! Teri! Come on! This way! Come! Come now! Come on! Come on! Come now! Come on! You okay? Come on this way. Come on. Let's get you in the car, take you home. Teri's scaring a big dog. Eh? Alright. It can happen. Alright, it can happen. Yeah. Well, sometimes big dogs are just scared. I mean, maybe that dog's been attacked at some point in the past by a dog that was barking when it was quite tiny. And so even a tiny dog barking at it still makes it think it could be attacked. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows indeed. Well, bless that little dog there, please. Right. They had on one of the Facebook pages, Border Collie needed a new home because the owner had passed away, 9 years old. Oh, poor doggy. Poor doggy indeed. Oh. I'd find a bigger place, I'd certainly be home as many of them as I could. Absolutely, of course I would, yeah. Oh, terrible situation though. Well, for the dog, because had an owner for 9 years, suddenly the owner's gone. The dog doesn't understand, does it? Doesn't know, didn't have a chance, maybe probably to say goodbye to the owner. Didn't have a chance to know that the owner's now gone, died. That there's no life in the body anymore. Yeah, so that poor dog suddenly has been abandoned by the owner after 9 years. Doesn't have a clue what's going on. Wait, leave it. What are you eating now? What are you eating? Pack it up. Leave that. Come on, this way. Come on, stop eating rubbish. There's your dog. Jacob. No. I've got no idea what you was eating, but don't. Whatever it is, no. You don't know what it is, sweetheart. Okay? Do you? It could be the thing that ends your life. Okay? Anyway, there you go. Timmy Twos, come baby. Come baby, go. Alright, Chew. How you doing, boy? Now, Gracie, you're going to need to be dried off when you get in, aren't you? Because you are soaking blinking wet. Okay. No worries, Grace. You've been in the water. Yeah. Okay, you can get in the back with your babes. Come on, Grace. Turn your collar off. Come here, Bubba. Let's turn this off. This is wet as well. It's still turning off and on, so that's good. Come here, Mollie, great. There you go, Chew. Where's Jake? Jake's here. Come here, Teri. Do yours, bub. Do your collar. Where's Jacob? Oh, he's over there. Okay. I see you, Jakes. I see you, baby. Come, Grace. Need help? Do you need help, bubs? Okay, there you go. Jacob, come here, mate. Do your collar. Right, you haven't got your harness. Come here, I've got to lift you in there, haven't I? Come here, Nutter. There you go. Backing away from me, you nutter. You want to jump in on your own, fine. If you want my help, I've got to lift you in, nutter. Dirty dog. In you go, come. Get in there. Get that fat ass in there. Go on, dozy dog. I'm going to wipe down the boot of the car because I don't know what it is, but it's quite misted up for some reason. There's a bit of moisture in here, I think. I've made the window wet and unpleasant, so there you go. I'll figure out, might as well sort that out. There you go, bubs. Love. Love, love, love. That window's a bit dirty. Won't give that a wipe over. Not sure if that'll make it any cleaner. Might make it a tiny cleaner. Right, so the car that I think had the issue with alarm going off, at least there's someone in the car now. Because they've changed the angle of the car now, so that's good. He's actually got it sorted. Not making any noise now, is it? So there you go. There's the boys with toys that are their noisy cars. That tiny little thing, so noisy. So noisy, nothing to it at all, is there? Nah, just noise. Just noise. Mad. Just insane, really, but there you go. Boys with their toys, as I say. Got the noisy cars, aren't they? They can rev and make a lot of noise. Yeah, okay. Who cares? No, as I say, the reality with regards to football, Man United, all that stuff, is that it's been managed so badly over the years. Managed by owners that really couldn't care less about the club. As long as they're making profit, that's what they care about. So therefore they've managed it very, very badly. They put their friend in who helped them to steward the club as the person to run it and do the transfers and all the contracts and stuff, which was really stupid. Yes, he's a money man, but he has no understanding about football. Yeah, he has no understanding about, when you're going to give someone a contract, you want to make sure that you can sell them if they don't work out. He had no understanding of that, did he, Woodward? So these players are stuck at the club. Years after everyone at the club realised that they just weren't good enough, and they never would be. For the club, that was. They wouldn't be good enough. They're still at the club because of him. Now, really, I think any bonuses that he's had over the years, they should take back off him. Say, right, you give the money back that you've made. We can use that money to pay back the club for the wages that you've given these players. That's what I'd do. The Glazers wouldn't do that because that's their mate, and the fact that that's their mate is part of the reason why these players are still there. Really, they wouldn't be there otherwise. So mismanagement. Anyway, there you go. Here's what it is, isn't it? Yep, it's a tricky situation. But there you go. Fans are just going to get more disappointed, and I think what Adam Matic was trying to point out was that there's a lot of young fans whose expectation levels are so low right now that they're quite happy with what's going on the pitch. Yeah. Well, that's not good, is it? But then again, perfect for the owners. Owners are happy with that. Yeah. Of course they are. Yeah. they got fans that are happy with the level, so therefore they don't need to do anything to improve the level, do they really? Right? Well, there you go. Well, at least this has been a video where I barely mentioned Afghanistan, so there you go. That's the first mention of it, so yeah. I've done a lot of those videos recently, so this one a bit different. So you take care, God bless, I will speak to you soon. Bye bye.